we start the video, man, I want to give a shout out to an Instagram page out there that I've been actually lurking on. I usually don't get on Instagram like that, but when I do get on, man, I do like to watch my rap debate pages, and also, you know, my rap meme pages. DJ Academic's Hairline is one of them. If you guys don't follow him, you guys should definitely follow him, because I've been following him since like 10K, 8K fucking followers, and now he's at 260K doing his thing. Big ups to DJ Academic's Hairline. But this is about rap thoughts, man. You know, I definitely love to see my small creators, you know, in their progression, you know, trying to make it big. So it's just my shout out here. Go check his page out, man. Also, man, if you want to watch the full reaction, review, whatever you want to call it, stream, Twitch stream that I had up, it's on Patreon. You can go head over to Patreon, as well as get my playlist from Spotify and Apple Music as well, if you want that, for the couple tracks that I did put from this project onto there. But anyways, man, back to the review. Like always, been fucking talking too much. Let's get right to this thing, man. Hey. All right. I finally come to the conclusion of what I think about this Lil Baby album after having 2 weeks to kind of just dwell on it, you know, think upon it, not really go into it too much, you know, not really trying to think about it too much, because I feel like when I try to overanalyze albums like this, I kind of miss the point. Example, Drip or Drown 2, when I first listened to it, I only liked half of the album, and then after a couple listens, man, it became one of my favorite albums of 2019 when I actually went through it again. So the same thing I tried to apply with the Lil Baby project, and for me, as a trap album, man, it is definitely, you know, a step up from his last two projects, Harder Than Ever and Street Gossip, which I feel like you can't really be mad at an artist when they're progressing. While it may not be a big step, at least for me, in my opinion, I think it's a step regardless. One thing I want to talk about is, which I feel like I always have to bring up with a lot of these albums, I just brought up with the A Boogie album, was just the length of the album, man. 20 tracks I feel like is a little ridiculous, but I understand why they have 20 tracks. It's just a fact because of streaming brings money, brings revenue, brings numbers, which, you know, allows the artist to keep on moving up. We don't know the deals on the backstory, but that's a whole different topic. This is about the album right here, man. I feel like if he would have just cut it down to 15 tracks, man, or 14 tracks, he would have had something at least a little bit more solid than I was going to, you know, give him. For me, man, you know, tracks like How, Emotionally Scarred, Commercial, Forever, No Sucker, those tracks hit me the most, man. I definitely added some tracks to my playlist between Apple Music and Spotify. There was definitely some tracks that made my list on here, just because the overall energy of the tracks are just amazing. I do think for the average listener, after a couple of times you're listening to this, you know, you will definitely get a little bit overwhelmed with the repetitiveness. It's kind of just like, why do you have this track from track one and then it sounds like this big loop from start to finish? I know a lot of Lil Baby fans are gonna get mad, even trap fans are gonna get mad about that, but it's the sad truth, man. It definitely sounds the same when you have the same trap, you know, instrumental playing. Also, for me, I feel like there's not really much versatility to Lil Baby when it comes to trap music. I mean, I feel like he has his trap sound that he's going to stick to. He's not really going to try to wow you with anything special, but he's gonna, you know, be real with you, and that's what's going to carry him throughout an album. When I say the length of the album should be shortened, I just say that so that, you know, you could kind of get to the point where he's going. And while the tracks may sound similar to each other, the fact that there's only going to be 11 of them, you can resonate with each one a little bit better since there's so few. I feel like an album is going to consist of a lot of highs and lows, but there needs to be more highs than lows to outweigh that. You get to the end of the album after No Sucker, which Moneybagg Yo carried that track. Lil Baby also had a great feature on there, but you get from track 13 all the way down to 20, and I feel like that's kind of where the album really deteriorates, at least for me, in my opinion. You guys know I'm very vocal about my intros and my outros, how you start an album, how you finish an album. Not necessarily the actual intro track and the outro track, but I think that just how he finished this album as a whole, I really didn't like that. All the way from track 13 to track 20, there wasn't really a track that hit me, and at that point, I was really tuned out. Now, there is a setting for this album, all right? When I was at the gym, in the car, a lot of these trap beats really hit. Not start to finish hit, but specifically hit. You know, tracks like Emotionally Scarred, Commercial, Lil Uzi Vert being a highlight on that. Moneybagg Yo and No Sucker, as well as Grace with 42 Doug, and I think it was Whoa, that was either Whoa or Live Out My Closet that really hit in the car. So there's definitely a lot of tracks that hit in the car, high energy, trap, boom. You're gonna love that shit. If you're definitely a trap listener, you're gonna love that shit. Personally, I do think that this is his best album to date, so I can't give him that. Something to Prove was alright. And his last album that came out towards the end of last year that got really overshadowed by a lot of projects that came out. I think that was also a decent project, but I do think from start to finish, this is his best work to date. If he would have just cut it down to 15 to 14 tracks, man, I definitely could have gave this a better score. Money plays a big factor. You know, people want money. Seems that a lot of artists are pushing that 20 plus track number on their albums, and definitely gets the, you know, the streams up when you have an hour-long LP. Top 3 tracks I could probably say on here is No Sucker, Emotionally Scarred, and maybe Grace, maybe. I know you guys want me to actually start giving like numbers and to rate the albums because you guys want numbers. So I guess we'll start giving numbers. So I give this album a 6 out of 10, man. 6 out of 10, man. That's what I give the album. Get in the comment box below, man. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about the album 2 weeks later. I know I'm a little late on it. If you want the motherfucking full reaction, go to my Patreon. You can go watch it there. There is no discussion up to that. Yeah, man. I just think that Lil Baby just needs to kind of find his versatility in the game. I feel like he just really needs to cut his tracks short if that's what he really cares about, the quality and not the quantity. If he really doesn't care about money as well, keep the thing short, man. I feel like you are a great artist in your own lane, but also when you keep it at a minimal level, keep it to a point where we don't get overwhelmed with your sound. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the average listener will listen to this and they're kind of just tired of it by track 6, track 7. Just my opinion. Anyways, man, get in the comment box below, man. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to follow me on social media. Let me know what you want to hear. And to the next time, man. This has been more Dev. Like always, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for liking the video. Hey, 3,000 likes, man. We get new vinyl on the wall. As you guys can see, the new vinyls are filling up. These are my 2 latest vinyls, man. Get in the comment section. Let me know what vinyls they are. And to the next time, man. This has been more Dev. We are out. Peace.